What's going on? It's Miles Comics. Today is another beautiful Wednesday morning, which means, of course, it's another new comic book day. And today is absolutely magnificent because we have the absolute introduction to the Robins in Absolute Batman issue 20 today, which is just absolutely sick. And I'm so incredibly hyped for this. If you don't know it by now, which I just don't know how you wouldn't, because Scott Snyder's literally been teasing at this for months, issue 20 of Absolute Batman is the first introduction of the Absolute Robins, and it looks like they're going to be operating in mecha units, which is just super sick because some of my favorite stories ever told include mechas. And I'm personally just saying a group of teenagers operating a bunch of robots sounds like a very familiar plot to me, so I'm personally super excited. There are also a bunch of other great comic series getting new installations today, such as Dork getting issue 4 released today, which I'm super excited for, and Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 11 is finally off of its 2-month hiatus, so I'm super excited about that, because we didn't get an issue last month, and I was super bummed out about that. And on top of that, we are getting the last issue of Null before the Queen in Black, so I'm just super excited because I've been waiting for this ending for a while. I cannot wait to see how this incredible miniseries concludes. And regardless of whether or not I posted, I still always want to show you my top 3 reads from last week. Starting it off, I have Daredevil issue 2 written by Stephanie Phillips. This has been an incredible series so far, and I can't wait to have a trade paperback worth of installations in this series, just so I could give a solid confirmation of whether or not I truly enjoy this run. But so far, I'm loving it. I also just absolutely have to give credit to Absolute Superman issue 19. This was an incredible issue that I really enjoyed. Absolute Superman is one of my favorite active ongoings right now, and that's not really saying a lot because it's an Absolute title, and all of them except for Absolute Flash are in my top 10 reads that are actively ongoing, and I just can't wait to see what a new arc after this issue holds. And finally, I really enjoyed issue 9 of Batman by Matt Fraction. I'm really enjoying the Barbara Gordon stuff, and I can't wait for the Breakout series that is about to release. I think it might come out today, but I'm planning on picking up the trade paperback of it, so I'm not collecting too many single issues, because my wallet is kind of struggling right now with all these single issues that I'm getting. I also just have to give a trade paperback recommendation to truly make this video whole. And in my hometown, today is the last day of school for seniors, and I think a great book that captures the solace and sentimental feeling of graduating is Superman for All Seasons. I also think it serves as a reminder that this is not the ending of something, but the beginning of something greater. I also just really think this book will put you in your feels and make you feel nostalgic for so many things in your childhood and make you excited for what's to come. I'd also just like to mention that I finally finished my foil wall. It took so long, like ridiculously long. The last 2 comics to finish it out is a Jim Lee Batman foil variant, which I personally adore, and a Justice League Sonic crossover, which just looks absolutely sick on my wall. However, time waits for no man and death waits for cold hands, so let's get headed to the comic shop. It's so unbelievably hot in Colorado, but you know, mountains look really nice. And just like every other new comic book day, we are officially at the bus. It was a little bit of a longer feeling walk today just because it was hot as hell. For the first time ever, I didn't miss the bus stop, and I'm just right there, that little distance from the comic shop. And for some reason, this is very unstable. You know, it works. So now we just wait. We got the wonderful Ozo coffee. Very overpriced, but I like their coffee, so it's fine. And now, the dreadful walk to the comic shop. I hope they have all the comics I want, and they haven't sold out of anything. Which I don't think they have. It's been like an hour since they opened. Shocker, I didn't get here at 10 a.m. I missed the bus the first time, so I guess I did miss my bus today. But, you know, I got the second one. Got here an hour late, which isn't too bad, but you know, wish I got here at 10 o'clock on the dot. And just like that, we're here at Time Warp. The premiere edition for Planet Hulk just came out, so if you want to read one of my favorite stories for a very discounted price, definitely pick this up. I'm debating whether or not I should pick this up or wait for the trade paperback, because I know it's a mini series, I'm pretty sure. So I think I'm just going to hold off on it. It's beautiful. And just like that, I got my polls for the week. I was looking through other stuff, but I just got the bare minimum to save a little bit of money this week, you know? I got 5 polls, though. And just like that, we are back from the comic shop. Ignore the outfit change. I had an incident with an explosive Sprite bottle, so I just put on this really cool Spider-Man shirt. And as always, we're going to look at each of these comics individually, and I'm going to give you my general opinion on how I think the book is going to go, aka a prediction. Starting it off, I have probably everyone's pull of the week, Absolute Batman issue 20, the first appearance of the Absolute Robins, and they look absolutely menacing in this comic cover, and I just can't wait to give this a read. Next, you have to know I had to pick up Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 11. This is one of my favorite ongoing series right now, and there is literally one more issue after this issue, and I just can't believe it's ending so quickly. I was super excited to pick this up because issue 11 was supposed to come out last month and it did not, so I've been patiently awaiting its arrival. Then you know I had to pick up Bleeding Hearts by Dennis Camp. This is one of my favorite series, and this is maybe my favorite comic cover so far from the series. Then for my only independent pull of the week, of course, I had to pick up Dork issue 4. I know Geiger also released this week, but I'm collecting that solely in trade paperbacks. So, of course, I had to only get that Brett Bean Dork issue 4, which I'm super excited to get into. And for my only Marvel pull of the week, of course, I had to get Ultimate Endgame issue 4. I think everyone knows what the outcome of this issue is, basically because it's on the comic cover of it, and I'm kind of excited to crack into it, but I'm kind of sad to see them waste this phenomenal character. And it's during this segment in the video where I usually live read my pull of the week, which is Absolute Batman issue 20, but truthfully and kind of shamefully, I read this on the bus ride home because I literally could not wait. So I'm just going to give you my honest opinions and not lie and pretend to read it for the first time on video. Issue 20 of Absolute Batman was absolutely phenomenal. This was an easy 4.5 out of 5 stars, though you don't actually see the Absolute Robins until the last 3 pages of the comic, and they're only mentioned once in the beginning. However, the story in this is absolutely incredible, and it follows issue 19 so well. You also get a Scarecrow and Joker appearance in this, and it's overall an incredible issue. This is definitely one of my favorites that are past the issue 16 mark, for sure. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the fact that I finally collected all 6 issues of the Hulk Gray miniseries by Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb. This has been one of my biggest goals as of recently, and I was able to complete this goal all by shopping at one local comic shop, which is my personal one in Boulder, Colorado. I could not believe they had all 6 issues there the entire time I was looking for the series. And I'm just so incredibly grateful, and I could confidently say this is a peak read. I definitely recommend picking it up, but you probably already have picked it up since it's so popular. And the cherry on top of all of this is that my YouTube account officially hit 70 subscribers, which I'm just so incredibly grateful for. We are 30 subscribers away from the big 100, which has been a lifetime goal, as silly as it sounds, but it is pretty hard to build a platform on YouTube, in my opinion. And I just always thought it'd be super cool to have even a niche YouTube account to talk about my interests with people. And that's what I have as of this very moment. So I truly could not thank you guys enough. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, definitely hit the like and subscribe button and even leave a comment because that does the video numbers. It really supports the channel and I couldn't ask for more. Truly, thank you guys all. And as always, I'll see you guys later and peace out.